Hi guys, I have some exciting news to share. Today I will be visiting a van, which hopefully will be the van to live in, to build in. But of course I need to see it at first, check very well, and afterwards a professional garage will also see the van and check for any technical problems that might be there. It's a very exciting van. At first sight, the van might look strange and weird to use as a van to build in, but it has a lot of windows, and it's a van that's used for transport of people in a wheelchair and elderly people at a living facility. And it's just very interesting to see this van, and I think this is quite an amazing van to also build in, because it already has an open space. I have extra seats if I want to. I have a lot of windows, a lot of light, and I just got to know this last night before I went to bed, is that this also has a heating system already installed. So this also brings down the cost that I need to invest into building it. And it's just a super long vehicle. It's an L3, so in that sense I have a lot of space. So this is a very exciting opportunity. I hope this van will be it. But first, of course, I need to see it before I'm getting too excited. It can also be that I'm already there and I feel that it's not driving well. It only has 120k of kilometers on driving. So in that sense, it's quite a new vehicle in terms of kilometers that has been driven with it. So I'm quite having quite a lot of faith in it. So yeah, I'm going to visit this van. I'm really curious. I will take you along with me, and let's hope this will be the van to go for. Hi guys, I'm almost there. I only need to drive 10 minutes and then we're there. I'm really curious how this van is gonna look like, and I made a whole checklist which you can see in the screen right now, and I will show you guys the inside, the outside of the van, but first I'll just have the conversation with the person myself, because I don't want to scare him off with a camera, which I can imagine. So yeah, let's see, and I hope the van looks well. And I will also make a test drive with it. So in that sense, I can also feel how the van feels like. So let's see how it goes, and I'll take you along. And yeah, in 10 minutes we're there. So let's go. Hi guys, I finished visiting the van, and was really exciting. Was quite nervous during the visit because I need to check a lot, and the van is quite big, so there's a lot to check. But overall I'm really positive about the van. It looked quite well. It does need a little bit of love, a little bit of attention, but that's also something that I want to put into it, because that's this whole project about. So in that sense, that's not a big of a deal. I checked most of the things on my checklist, and I had a nice interaction with the seller as well. I didn't want to film because
would put the seller in a weird position and would also affect this negotiation and this interaction. So so yeah, that's why I involved you with the video that I made of the vans. But it was really interesting. I checked many aspects. The inside of the van is quite tidy. There still needs to be things done, but it's also really nice. Then I did a test drive. I drove for around half an hour longer. I drove on the highway, on smaller roads, into a town. So I shifted through all the gears, and it drove really well. I'm used to driving vans, so this is also nice to take into account. And yeah, it went really well. The only thing is a ticking sound, which apparently is something with the clutch, and this is a repairment I need to repair, I think in a year probably. So this is already given, but not too bad of a thing. It's something that comes with vans that are 15 years old, because this one is 15 years old, like around that age. And for the rest, it did have something with the filter that's connected to the engine, and they now came up with a solution that's short term, but I need to fix this, of course, for the long term. So this will bring some costs already with it. I think around 700 euros. So this is something to take into account. But for the rest, these are things that are very common with vans that are of this age. So this was important for me to know. I got to know this by the expert that's helping me. This is important to know because another van would have the same problems. So in that sense, not too bad. The driving was really well. I was just driving quite flawlessly, and the inside was really nice. And it's just this van has a lot of opportunities, and in that sense reduces the cost when I'm building, because the base is just really solid. It has aspects that are really useful to building when you're building a van. So for example, there are already extra chairs in there, and one chair at least I will use to make sure that there are more passengers allowed there. So that's really nice. And in that sense I can also sell the other ones, because there are around 7 in there, if I'm correct, and they're worth money, and I could potentially also trade them in exchange for the swivel chairs, for an installment of the swivel chairs, with a business that might be interested in this deal. Then there's also a wheelchair lift, which is not interesting to me, but maybe to others, so I can make some money maybe out of this as well. And for the rest, it already has a heater installed, so that's really interesting. This is really useful. I already tried it, and you can just put on the heater without turning on the engine, and you can the room gets heated, and it is somewhere in. No, you saw it in the video, of course, and this can heat on your room, your van, I mean. So it has a lot of opportunities. It has a lot of windows as well. Windows of opportunities, let's put it that way. So I'm really happy with how this van looks like. But I need to be sure that technically it's not more than I know right now. So we now actually made a deal, or not a deal actually, but a deal on how to proceed. And I'm really happy because I can let it be checked at a garage, a professional one, and they will check for any technical issues and anything that might seem suspicious or that can cause problems. They need to write these down, because I basically pay them for this. To get this is 150 euros, so it may seem a lot of money, but when you're buying a van like this, for example, it's 10,000 euros. So it's around 1%. If I'm doing the math, yes, I'm doing the math correctly. So it's 1.5%. So in that sense, it's good to do so. And unfortunately, but quite reasonably. I needed to pay him a little bit to reserve it, but when I buy it I get this money back, or I don't need to pay this money anymore. So yeah, it's really exciting. I now need to wait on what the garage is saying. There's like I said, this van has a lot of potential, and when I build into it, it is going to be easier, because that's what I forgot to say. It has rails, which means in the van, so which makes it very easy for me to build into it, because I can attach my closets, my desk, everything. I can attach it to the floor of the frame of the van, basically. So this makes it very easy, and then I can of course still put some flooring on there, but it makes it way easier and also less costly. So it's a very nice van. Of course it has its things. The stickers as well are very interesting, but this is something I can work around. So yeah, I'm really happy, but yeah, I'm very curious, of course, to what is going to come out of the check. So I'm going to wait a few days, be nervous and have no sleep, but you guys just need to wait a moment and you guys will see what is the end result of this van. So see you in a few days. Hey guys, so the day is finally there. They just did the check on the van, and he called me and he did say that the van is fine, but it does have its flaws. So in that sense there are things to be repaired. So I didn't completely understand everything because I don't know the technical stuff behind it. So I get the document in a bit, then I can have a look at it myself. I can send it to the expert, and then hopefully it's not too bad, and otherwise I need to say of course no. So yeah, let's wait for the document, and then I'm curious what the results will be. So we got finally everything back, and unfortunately the problem regarding the filter is quite big. So in that sense it will cost me a lot of money. The approximation is around 3,500 euros, and that's excluding the repairments that are also need to be done, which is around 900 euros. So it will come around 4,500 euros, and this is way too much money for me that I already need to invest, and I'm not sure what repairments come after this. So unfortunately this is not the van for me. Quite an anticlimax, but also part of the reality. I need to say I'm really happy that I did the check with the garage, because as you can see now on the screen, they give you a whole document on the checks that they did, and they give items that are concerning right away, and some that need attention but not right away. And well, one thing was the battery, something in the engine, the braking liquids, and two other things, and the big repairment. And this one is they also sent another photo of the different errors that they got. And well, these errors were, unfortunately, the expert told me these are costly. The materials themselves are costly, and then you also need people that repair it, and it can be challenging. So it just costs a lot of money, and I need to say I'm disappointed at the moment, because well, I was also partly imagining my van already standing in front of my house, but at the same time I'm happy that I didn't buy this van and lost a lot of money. So yeah, I'm happy and sad at the same time. A bit of a weird feeling, but this is part of the whole journey. It shows how reality goes. Sometimes you see those videos online, you see just how the whole process has been, but then only the good parts. And this is also also something I want to show, how it really goes, and it can be really challenging, and that's also why I'm not afraid for this, and I want to still continue, of course, but it's part of the journey, and I now need to find a van all over again. I've got wiser. I also know that I now want windows more than I thought before, but you of course can always build these in. But well, these documents are really useful because you get a good insight in the van. Well, you cannot do yourself, so I would really recommend everyone who's trying to buy a van and find a van to also do these checks. And you can, in the Netherlands, you can they have a garage chain, and all of them do those checks. And I can imagine that in all the different countries they have the same. Or just call them and see if you can let them do these checks. It's really worth the money. I need to say it is painful because I paid 200 euros to let the van be reserved, and especially this one, I feel it hurts a bit. And the check itself cost 150 euros, so I lost 350 euros with this check in total. But at the same time, I didn't lose, 4,500 euros, because I just bought the van straight away. So please, everyone, do these checks, or have someone that knows inside out, that works at the garage, and let them check for you, because it's super important to know this. And I'm happy I in the end did this check. I need to let it sink in for a few days, or maybe just a night, but I'm still already happy that I did so. So yeah, we're continuing on with the finding out which van I want. At the same time, I'm gonna also dive into insulation, because this is the first thing I need to do as well. So I'll also keep you updated on this, and let's just find a van, a better van, and this was maybe meant to be happening, you know, and maybe we find a van that's much better. So yeah, thank you for watching. I'll keep you updated, and see you soon. I hope you like this video, and please share it with all your friends, family, people that are maybe also want to go into van life. I hope that it shows a bit how actually the process is along the way. So see you guys soon, and have a great day. Bye. Hi, met Quinten. Ik had heel graag gezegd dat ik hem kwam ophalen, maar voor mij is het een risicovol om deze bus dan te nemen, zeg maar.
Ik kan je een aanbod doen waar ik hem gewoon echt voor minimaal kwijt wil.
Ja.
Ja, dan kun je erover nadenken.
Ja.
Ja, dat is 92,5. Dat is echt mijn alleruiterste prijs.
Nee, tuurlijk. Dan ik ga het er even over hebben en dan kom ik met korte tijd op je terug.
Ja, is helemaal goed.
Is goed. Oké, fijne avond.
Hoi.
Hoi. Okay, that was quite a interesting talk. I thought this video was done. The conclusion might still be the same, but the seller actually wanted to lower the price, which doesn't give me the best feeling, to be very honest. So his price was 10,000 now, he wanted to lower it to 9,250 euros. Partly because I already put my 200 euros in there, which is of course good talk, and because he wants to get a deal, basically because he also put in time himself, driving it to the check there, because he did so. So I need to check this again. What is it? 750 euros. I'm not sure if that's gonna save me this trouble. Of course, if it's less, even less, then it could become a good deal for me, but it's tricky, so I need to think about this. This episode is not done, so yeah,
let's check in a bit later because I need to rethink about this again. So yesterday I called the seller again because I thought about his offer, not too much because it in the end was just still too expensive. And he responded in a way that I expected, because I also asked if for 8,500 it would be a bit more interesting for me, but of course that was too cheap for him as well to sell it. So he still tried to convince me somehow a bit, which is a bit suspicious in a way for me, but also his job, of course. And now he said he's going to make a camper out of it himself, which is also an interesting turn of events. But yeah, well, unfortunately no van for me after this episode, but at least a very valuable experience. And I keep looking, and I'm happy I didn't make a mistake because I checked the van well. I'm actually now checking out other vans. This one is I found on Facebook, which of course isn't the best place to look for, but it seemed pretty good. So I might be interested or just have a look. I'm not sure. I'll keep you guys updated. And yeah, let's hope I find a van soon and a new video follows soon. So see you guys. Now really, this is the end of the video, and see you guys in the next video. Bye.